Hey guys, it's Fives or Nathan. I just kind of wanted to make this video for the start of the league to kind of say what my plans were, what sort of content you can expect from me during the league, and what sort of builds you can expect me to do. I know not a lot of people watch, so this is kind of whatever. This is more for my benefit, so I have like an idea of what I want to do and a structured set of goals to work towards. First thing is probably the main series I'm going to be doing during this league is making a mirror. I've always wanted to have like a Mirror of Kalandra. Never done it before. I'm not sure if I'm going to count it just off of strictly. No, that's a lie. I was. I'm going to do it based off of like if I get the item Mirror of Kalandra. That's if I successfully done this series. That's all it's about. Um, Basically, the series will be a series of kind of different ways of making profit, different builds I'm trying out, what feels good, what doesn't, the fastest ways of making profit. I'm going to try out some of the like really meta profit making uh, kind of methods, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to try out a bunch of the really meta profit making methods. But I probably won't stick to those too much because honestly, a lot of the time, like last league, there was the Valdo's Rest Canyon where you just rolled Nemesis on your maps and then you got the 3 extra currency on Nemesis, uh, not bosses, but Nemesis rares on Nemesis monsters, along with a bunch of Harbinger mods to try and get more currency items from them. So you're dropping like 2 to 3 exalts per map, which was absolutely insane. And that seems really good. Like you'd make a lot of money and all, but I can't. I have no interest in doing the type of money making where you just invest so much time before every single map. Like you gotta roll a shit ton. It's based a lot on luck. You gotta roll your maps to get the Nemesis mod. You gotta roll the watch stones to get them proper. You gotta make sure you have your Atlas set up to uh, kind of replenish your maps as you use them. And that just seems absolutely ridiculous to me. I I want to make money in this game. I want to get a mirror, but my first kind of priority or my highest priority while playing this game is to have fun, right? Like it's supposed to be a fun game. I really enjoy this game. I think this league's gonna either be really great or absolutely terrible based on all the like giant meta shifts they're making. But I'm excited for it overall. As you can see, I have this like build up here. This is very much a bare bones build. I only have 3 items on, 1 skill that I'm still just kind of fucking around with. It's gonna be Spectral Shield Throw. Is what I'm thinking of league starting with. Between that and Shield Crush, I'm gonna start with Shield Crush until I get Spectral Shield Throw at like it's like level 12 or something like that. I don't think I can get it till Act 2 potentially. But I'm gonna start with Shield Crush because I think you can get that Act 1 at Lionized Watch. So if I like Shield Crush a lot better than Spectral Shield Throw, I will probably use that instead. Either way, it's going to be like a max block, bleed, gladiator type of thing, because that seems like the best thing to do with both of those skills, is they both don't really have ways of scaling crit chance, and they're both based on your shield, which is, I don't know, you can get a lot of bonus physical damage based on the amount of armor that's on your shield, so I'm going to focus on things like that and trying to get the bleed going. I'm running Crimson Dance because it just seems like it gives you more guaranteed damage. Obviously, if you're working with moving targets, the Crimson Dance isn't that great. It's probably a lot worse than if you're working with moving targets. Though I don't see, that's the question. Crimson Dance seems worse for mapping But for bossing, it's way better. So Crimson Dance is really good if you can stack up to 8 full charges. Or 8 full, what's the word? Stacks, I guess. But for mapping, it seems kind of terrible. Because you just kind of one-shot everything. Or you basically only want to hit everything one time, basically, when you're mapping. And if you're dealing less bleed damage to everything that you hit one time, then it's going to take longer to kill them. So maybe it's something that you just like allocate and deallocate based on whether you're bossing or mapping. But we'll see. I'll just stick with it and see how it feels. If it's feeling really shit, I'll try deallocating it and seeing if it feels any better. Obviously, a lot of work to do. The tree looks like shit. The damage looks like shit. The items look like shit. The skills look like shit. So we have a long ways to go on this build. I'm going to be working on this for most of the night. Watch some Twitch streams. And then I'll probably be working on it again tomorrow, because the league doesn't release for another 2 days at the time I'm making this video. Yeah. Obviously, the nerfs. Everyone's talked about the nerfs. You don't need me, some nobody's opinion on the nerfs, but I will tell you that this other build that I made that ended up being shit. By the way, don't do what I did here. It was awful. It had double the DPS. Like, I lost 50% DPS for this build. I also lost the immunity to elemental ailments, which sucked. I lost the crit chance from Consecrated Ground, which sucked. Or no, it was crit chance and crit multiplier. Either way, still sucked. I don't get crit chance or crit strikes so lucky anymore. So basically that build got gutted. Like, it's probably still playable, just it already felt really bad to level with. I would have to level a different way. I wouldn't be able to level with Ice Crash, which is the main skill that I'm using here. Just too bad, because that skill honestly looked like a lot of fun to me. And I'm definitely going to have to figure out a way to do it. Maybe I'll do like Ice Crash totems or something like that. That could be a lot of fun. Actually, that sounds really interesting. I might do that. But right now, Gladiator is what we're looking at for Spectral Shield Throw. This is what we're going to try League starting with, unless I completely change my mind in the next 24 hours, which is entirely likely. Yeah, series making a mirror. Gonna have the different money making methods they try, and try to explain them in an easy way for you guys to use. So I understand that not everybody has the time to play this game for 8 to 10 hours a day like some of the top streamers do. I don't have the time to play that much per day. I basically can play sometimes like 2 to 3 hours a day, and that's about it. But we've all got other commitments, right? So I'm just gonna try and make all the stuff I try and develop guides on, I'm going to try and make it as accessible as possible to try and make it easier for you guys to actually use it and have a chance to, I don't know, make your own mirror this league or get a headhunter or something like that. Obviously, making a mirror seems like a pretty huge undertaking. I've never had that much currency before, so I'm going to have to really focus on making currency all the time while making new builds at the same time. I'll probably be trying to make like different builds specifically for different currency making methods, so I could just like log on to a certain build and do that currency method with that build and switch between the few. But we'll see. We'll see. It's all a little bit up in the air. I just wanted to make this video mainly for me, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm going into with this league. I hope you guys all enjoy the league. I look forward to playing it with you. I look forward to blowing up graves. I feel like the whole like expedition mechanics gotten really overshadowed by all the nerfs and buffs, but I think it looks really cool. So we'll see how that goes. The bosses look really dope. My apologies. It's late in the night. My voice goes to shit when it's late in the night, but the bosses look really dope. The ward mechanic looks really weird. I might have to play around with that a little bit. But yeah, that's about it. that's about the end of the video. So you guys all have a great rest of the day, great rest of your weekend. Have a great league start. Hopefully you can get in ahead of the queue. I won't be there pushing you out, so good luck. You can have my spot. Yeah, if you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want to see me live, I'm going to be live on Twitch all weekend. I'm going to try and play as much as I can for this first week. Obviously, I got to balance that with like real life work and real life commitments and stuff like that, but I'm going to be trying to be live as much as I possibly can. So you guys have a good time. Bye bye.